rubs me the wrong way. I'm sorry. It just does. Shoot me if you want. Yell at me if you want. But I just think it's
Please
silly.
don't shoot her. I love Rebecca.
Right,
I don't want her to be shot.
you could shoot me with imaginary lasers if you want to. Don't actually shoot me.
Okay.
I know people are going to say, oh, it's not important, who cares? Like, Vulcans aren't even real, and I get that. I know it's a made-up show. I get that. I'm just saying, I don't think I call BS on an android being able to start a mind melt. That's
Sounds like
saying.
me telling Cindy that the tarantulas in her Animal Crossing aren't real, so it's okay if they come and get her or whatever. She's like, they're creepy.
Oh, so yeah. Overall, Brooke, would you say that you enjoyed this first season?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
I really liked it. I mean, and I watched it again yesterday, and it was just as enjoyable. And also, it's fun. Like, I hadn't thought about it because the only reason why I had watched them multiple times is because we were taking notes and reviewing them. I mean, maybe not the only reason. I probably wouldn't anyway. But it would be like the same week. It wasn't like I would watch them all together. Like the first one I watched it a couple times, and the second one, so it was kind of cool to go back and watch them all, knowing what I knew and like picking up on other things. That I didn't. I feel like if you've only watched it once, if you hadn't watched them all multiple times, yeah, it's good to go back and start from the beginning and go all the way back through them to really get everything. Instead of just, repeating whatever you were watching at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think on a show like this, when you go back and watch it from the beginning, knowing how it all works out, I think, you absolutely do pick up on some subtle things. And you say, oh, no, okay, this, I get that, that's foreshadowing, and I see the theme that's going through it. Yeah, I think a show like this benefits from a full rewatch. Because I think that you definitely will pick up on certain things that maybe you missed the first time around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, that's our season 1 recap. I do want to just take a second, and I want to thank all of our guests who have been on our various episodes. We had a lot of really good guests this year, and I would encourage everybody to go and listen to a lot of our guests have their own podcasts, so definitely check out Heroes of Noise. Check out Tales from the Yard. Check out Nerdaholics. Check out Startcast. Check out Number One Comic Books. And check out Vintage Geeks. Those are all podcasts that our guests host have been on.
Also,
Pop Culture Leftovers.
Joe Stark was on twice, and he never said anything about the book he wrote. He wrote a book, you guys.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Out.
Joe Stark. Yes, I Become Death. You can order it on Amazon. And I think... Don't quote me on this, but I know that Joe was working on an Audible version that you could download and listen to the book if that's more your speed. But please go and read Joe's book. He's a published author. We have really cool guests on this show. Neil has a band, the Restless Sons. Please go listen to their music.
Since they can't play anywhere right now.
Exactly. Mark, who is on Nerdaholics, him and Lenny do a D&D podcast. It's on their feed. If you're into D&D, please go listen to that. We've had some really talented guests on, and I'm excited for season 2 to have some returning people. I'm sure we'll have some returning and maybe even some new people. Do you want to talk about what we're going to do in the
Yeah.
in between? Why don't you tell our dear listeners, Brooke, what we're going to do in the in between time?
Well, we don't have a exact set number of episodes we're going to do. Right now, it looks like we're probably going to do every 2 weeks instead of every week. But each guest gets to pick their favorite episode of any Trek that we have not yet covered, and they get to talk about it and tell them why they like it, and we'll go over it like we do everything else. And we're going to call it Personal Logs. Like Captain's Log or the Personal Logs, because you don't have those very often in the show, so it's exciting. And I know at least a couple people that have already been on are going to be back. Contact us if you maybe want to be a part of that. We'll see if we can fit you in. So I'm real excited to hear why people like certain episodes. And, there is a caveat: you can't repeat an episode. So if your favorite episode is Measure of a Man from TNG, I'm sorry, we've done that.
We've already covered that one.
It would be really short because it would just be you saying what you liked about it.
Pick your second favorite, then,
right?
If that's the case. And it can be any Trek. It could be original series. It could be the animated series. Even it could be Enterprise. It could be one of the movies. It could be anything Star Trek. Mm-hmm. We will watch it and we will break it down. You could tell us all about why you love that particular episode or movie of Star Trek. So yeah, I'm excited too. I love the idea of expanding our show a little bit to cover other parts of Trek. And, of course, understanding that they couldn't tell us everything that was going to be in Picard. If we had known there are certain episodes of TNG I would have covered, or we would have covered, excuse me. So maybe we'll try to get some of those in too, as they relate to like I would have loved to cover the one about Lal, Data's daughter. Mm-hmm. So maybe we'll be able to do that in the off season too. Like that'll be fun. And then as soon as we know when season 2 is coming out, that'll help us set our schedule.
IMDb says January of 2021, but I don't think that that's accurate anymore.
I doubt that that's true anymore. As how nobody can film anything right now.
The end of the world, so we may never see it. Whatever.
Not
to make anybody panic.
I know, right? Well, I hope. I know as we're recording this, we are still, of course, in the coronavirus situation. I hope everybody is staying healthy and safe. I hope you're social distancing. I hope you're wearing masks when you go outside.
I'm making masks.
Yes, Brooke is making masks.
So,
if you need a mask, ask Brooke and she'll help you out. Mm-hmm. I just volunteered you to do that. I'm
that's
sorry,
fine.
Brooke. I should not have said that.
I have some Star Trek material, and actually I made one for you, Rebecca, and it's in the mail. You haven't gotten it yet, but because it is literally in the mail because I mailed it yesterday.
Oh, thank you. Aren't you sweet? I had no idea. Thank you so much.
I know. It was going to be a surprise, but
Thank you. Thank you. But we yeah, I hope everybody's staying safe and healthy, and I know that we're not like we're a very specific Star Trek podcast, but our DMs are always open. Mm-hmm. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, and all that. You can always message us if you just need to chat for a little while. I'd be happy to chat with anybody that just needs a little break from the quarantine madness.
And I forgot about giving away the pen.
Oh,
the pen,
yes.
And so if you like our make sure you like our Facebook page, because I'm gonna do a random draw from everybody who likes our Facebook page.
Hooray! Random draws!
I totally forgot to do that. So so I'll give you till April. I don't know. Maybe to the end of April. Let's just do to the April 30th.
Sounds good.
that'll give everybody time to like our Facebook page or talk to us or whatever they want to do. Yeah, and you'll be entered in to win that pin. It's really cool, I promise. I'm sure people are selling them for ridiculous amounts of money on eBay, or I don't know. There's apps, I think, that you can sell stuff on now, but I'm an old person, so I don't know what any of that is.
It's so funny. Oh my goodness. Oh boy.
I'm really 95 on the inside, just so you know.
Yeah. I'm so glad we did this recap.
Mm-hmm.
This was really good to go back and look at the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't wait to talk more Star Trek with you. It'll be here before you know it, and we're going to have all these personal logs to go through. So
I know, it's exciting.
I'm excited about that too. And thank you to all our guests. Thank you for listening. Everybody who's listened and subscribed and downloaded, and we really, really appreciate it.
Especially for being there with all of our initial sound problems.
I know we had we had people reach out to us and say the sound is wonky, and we appreciate that you stuck with us, and as we tried to figure it out, and we are just people after all who sometimes have issues, so we just thank you for sticking with us. And, especially thank you to everybody who's left iTunes reviews. If you have left one, we really appreciate it. If you haven't, please consider leaving us a review. We especially love 5 stars. That's what we especially like.
There may have been 4 lights, but we like 5 stars.
Oh, my God. That is brilliant. I love that. I love that very much. You're so clever. I love it.
Thank you.
Oh, man. Well, that has been our recap. Now you know what we're going to be doing with those personal logs, and you have until April 30th to like our Facebook page and be entered into the random drawing for a Star Trek pin that we got at New York Comic Con. It's a New York Comic Con exclusive from 2019. Awesome. Thank you all so much for listening. Thanks for taking this journey with us through Picard Season 1. And until we talk to you next time, keep boldly going where no one has gone before.
Picardcast is hosted by Rebecca and Brooke. You can find us at facebook.com/Picardcast, on twitter.com @ThePicardcast, or email us at picardcast@gmail.com. Thank you for listening, and boldly go where no one has gone before.